Okay, so as promised, we said we'd have a slight review for you before your problem quiz, which is actually part one. We took part two last week, and I believe there's only about 3 problems on there, but so hopefully this gets us back into that frame of mind of thinking. This is not your class. You probably figured that.
Yeah.
Did you hear problem quiz and thought, oh my?
Right away.
Yeah, I'm talking to the seniors here. That's what they're saying. Dang it, it's not our turn. Oh, their turn's coming. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, I understand there's a glare probably about right here and over here, but we'll help you out with it. Okay, so it says how much force does a kicker place into a 63-yard field goal, or about 77 meters? I don't know how accurate that is. We know that meters are just a little bit longer than yards. So then the ball begins from rest and has a mass of 6.75 kilograms. The momentum, you could say, placed in the ball is 32.20 kilograms per meter per second. And 3.85 seconds has elapsed. So we do have an audience out here. We should have you tell me what to do, because you probably remember how to do this. Yes? No?
No. I mean, I need, to do.
Okay, so even if, let's say you were in here, seniors, okay? You've read the problem, and I keep a tally. I said, so probably for about the 20th time now, what is the best thing that you can do to help yourself?
Write your stuff out.
No, so yeah, and it's been 3 years since you've done this, but you remember, write out your variables, right? Okay, so what do we know? And thank you for participating. What do we know in this problem? Other than science is cool. I mean, that's already axiomatic.
The momentum is 30.
Okay, you remember the variable?
Yeah, it's A. No, P.
It is. See, yeah, it's a product of the mass times the velocity. So product equals 32.20 kilograms meters over seconds. What else do you know? It would be, but when we measure velocities, it would be not yards per second, but rather meters per second. So what would our velocity be then? Okay, so then we've got about 77 meters per second. Are we sure? Oh, which is, yes, just meters, not meters per second, because it doesn't say meters per second. Okay, so then what else do you know? Okay, so your mass equals 6.75 kilograms. Hopefully, yeah, we can still see that. What else do we know? Okay, and that is what? Time equals 3.85 seconds. Now, what is the question ultimately asking for? Okay, so you need to know 2 things to solve for force. Do you remember what that is? Mass is 1.
Is it A?
It is A, but what is the A though? Acceleration. That's right. But we only have the mass though, don't we? So force, we're looking for. Acceleration, we don't know. But maybe if we had a little clue. Do you remember what goes up on top? VF minus VI. That's right. But we don't have the final velocity, but we do have the initial. It just doesn't say you have the initial. Nope. And it's just one of them things to where, oh, I remember that. So that is 0, so that would go up here. But we don't we don't know that final velocity. But how could we figure that? If the ball started from rest and the kicker gave it a kick from this distance and traveled over that time frame, what is distance over time equal? It equals velocity. That's right. So therefore, if we have, what do we say, 77, I made a mistake there. Maybe the two classes will catch that. That's wrong! That's wrong! That is not a velocity, it's a distance. So our velocity then equals our distance, which is 77, and divided by our time, or 3.85. Our velocity then, okay, with our handy dandy calculators, 77 divided by 3.85, and you get 20. Surprised that comes out right at 20. So we have 20 meters per second. So now we can put 20 up here. We already know the time. That was given as 3.85. We don't even have to have that 0 up there, but we can just leave it. So what would we do next to find our acceleration? You would divide by 3.85. You are correct. So our acceleration then equals 5.19. And that's meters per second squared now. So then, now we're on the home stretch, the easiest part. Why are you right? Because force equals what? Yeah. So we have our mass. We calculate our acceleration. So you are correct. So we've got 5.19 times 6.75, and that gives us about 35.03. Okay? So our force equals 5.19 times 6.75. Our force equals 30.03. Oh, we got a I was going to say a palindrome. But no, that's not right.
Good one. This is one final call. If you need to get a picture retakes done, please hold to the old campus. Thank you.
So how do we measure forces? Do you remember? Say that again. What's the label for Newton? What's the label for forces? Newtons, yeah. I inadvertently said it. There we go. So that gives us our force. Okay, so that was about, and maybe the students will want to work on that on their own, and they're certainly entitled to do that, but hopefully that gets us in the frame of mind for your short evaluation. All right, so we will catch up to you next time.